guys, welcome to video. Today we're here and we're talking about the NBA final rankings and playoff predictions as we're almost at the end of the regular 82 games and we're looking at the rankings and seeing the matchups for the playoffs and play-ins as many teams are hungry for a championship. In the Western Conference, first place is the OKC Thunder going 64-17. Second place is the San Antonio Spurs going 62-19. Third is the Denver Nuggets going 53-28. Fourth place is the Los Angeles Lakers going 52-29. Fifth is the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Houston Rockets going 51-30. And sixth place is the Minnesota Timberwolves going 48-33. On the Eastern Conference, first place is the Detroit Pistons going 59-22. Second is the Boston Celtics, 55-26. Third place is the York Knicks, going 53-28. Fourth place, Cleveland Cavaliers, going 51-30. Fifth is the Atlanta Hawks, going 46-35. And sixth place, Toronto Raptors, 45-36. Now let's look at the teams going for the play-in tournament as teams 7 through 10 are in the play-in. On the Western Conference, 7th place is the Phoenix Suns going 44-37. 8th place is the Portland Trail Blazers 41-40. 9th place is Los Angeles Clippers going 41-40. In 10th place is the Golden State Warriors going 37-44. And then on the Eastern Conference is the 7th place Orlando Magic going 45-36. 8th place Philadelphia 76ers going 44-37. 9th place Charlotte Hornets 43-38. And 10th place Miami Heat 42-39. Then lastly are the teams that get to finish the last few games but won't be making the playoffs or the play-in, which is teams 11 to 15. As in the Western Conference, 11th place is the New Orleans Pelicans, 26-55. 12th place is the Memphis Grizzlies, 25-56. 13 is Dallas Mavericks, 25-56. 14 Sacramento Kings, 22-59. And last place Utah Jazz, 22-59. Then the Eastern Conference, 11th place is the Milwaukee Bucks, who have sadly missed the playoffs and won 32 games and lost 49 games. 12th place is the Chicago Bulls going 31-50. 13th place is the Brooklyn Nets 20-61. 14 Indiana Pacers 19-62. And last place, of course, the Washington Wizards 17-64. So those are the NBA rankings. And now let's talk about the play-in and the playoffs, as teams are matched up based on how they played during the season. In the play-in, we got the Western Conference, the Los Angeles Clippers versus Golden State Warriors, and Phoenix Suns versus Portland Trail Blazers. And on the Eastern Conference, Charlotte Hornets versus Miami Heat, and Orlando Magic versus Philadelphia 76ers. These are all teams who are capable of winning, as the winner of 9 and 10 will take on the loser of 7 and 8, and the winner of 7 and 8 will take on the second team, which is the San Antonio Spurs on the west and the Boston Celtics on the east. And then the two teams will face off until they go to the playoffs. I think the Warriors are going to beat the Clippers, and the Suns are beating Portland, and the Heat are beating the Hornets, and the 76ers and Magic is anyone's game. Then in the playoffs, we got the Lakers versus Rockets, and Nuggets versus Timberwolves in the first round, and the Cleveland Cavaliers versus Atlanta Hawks, and New York Knicks versus Toronto Raptors. As the Lakers are capable of winning, as they have a solid team, so it's about great defense and playmaking. And then the Nuggets versus Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves are winning, but they have to beat the Nuggets in the first round. The Cavs versus Hawks. The Cavs are winning that. And the Knicks beat the Toronto Raptors. So those are my playoff predictions. But we must see what happens in the play-in. And then once the playoffs start, we must see who actually wins those games. So yeah, I mean, this season has been crazy as many players have been injured, and some teams have been struggling, and obviously OKC Thunder is still number one, as they've been unstoppable, and yeah, they've won 60 games, and then the OKC San Antonio Spurs, and it's almost like, the MVP ladder has these four teams on top, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander representing OKC Thunder, Victor Wembanyama on the Spurs, Nikola Jokic on the Nuggets, and Luka Doncic on the Lakers. So I think, between those teams, that's who the MVP is gonna be. And then you got the Rockets as well, and they got KD and Jalen Green and all these big guys, Amen Thompson and Sengun, and Minnesota Timberwolves with Anthony Edwards, as he's been a rising star for the last few years. And then on the East, they got the Detroit Pistons, as they've had a great season with Cade Cunningham Asar Thompson, and Boston Celtics as Jason Tatum has been injured and he just got back, but Jaylen Brown and all the other supporting players have been able to get them in second place. Then you got the New York Knicks as they have a stacked roster with Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, and OG Anunoby, and they're in third place. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers, another stacked team with Jared Allen and James Harden and Donovan Mitchell. And fifth place is the Atlanta Hawks. And ever since the trade deadline, they've been able to win a lot of games. And they got Jonathan Kuminga, CJ McCollum, and they got a lot of guys now. And then the Toronto Raptors with Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett. They managed to get sixth place, so. And then you got the play-in with the Phoenix Suns with Devin Booker and Portland Trailblazers with Dame Lillard is back and Drew Holiday and Denny Abdaji, and Los Angeles Clippers, Kawhi Leonard and Darius Garland, and Golden State Warriors have been having a tough season as Steph Curry has been injured a lot and they haven't been able to really turn it into a good season as they're in 10th place, and the supporting cast guys have been able to still make the play-in as they got Draymond and Buddy Hield and Jimmy Butler and Brandon Podzinski and a lot of guys that look like G League players, and then on the East, the Orlando Magic with Paulo Banchero and the Philadelphia 76ers are a team that is really troubled with injuries as Joel Embiid is out again, and they got Tyrese Maxey and Paul George and Charlotte Hornets with LaMelo Ball and Brandon Ingram and Miami Heat. So it's really gonna be up to the team, and that really shows what they're capable of. And all these teams have really stacked rosters, but it's about what they can do on the court, and we just have to see how they do. But that's my video about NBA rankings and playoff predictions 2026. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn notifications. See you in another video.